Welcome back to the channel, Cowboys Nation. If you're a true Dallas Cowboys fan, buckle up, because today's rumor mill is hotter than ever. We're diving into some major buzz surrounding a potential Trevon Diggs trade, speculation about signing star running back Nick Chubb and standout cornerback Kendall Fuller in free agency, and what it could all mean for the future of America's team. It's one of those off seasons where nothing is off the table. You can just feel that something big is brewing in Dallas, and Jerry Jones might be cooking up a master plan that shakes the NFL landscape. So make sure you stay with us until the end, because this story goes deep and has major implications for the Cowboys' 2025 season and beyond. Let's kick things off with what's arguably the biggest headline that's got the entire Cowboys fan base talking: Trevon Diggs. Yes, you heard that right. The idea that the Cowboys might trade one of their star defensive players, Trevon Diggs, isn't just clickbait. There are real whispers happening around league circles. Now, before you panic or start celebrating depending on where you stand on Diggs, let's take a closer look at what's going on here. Trevon Diggs, despite being one of the top ball-hawking corners in the league since entering the NFL, hasn't had the smoothest ride lately. After signing a 5-year, $97 million extension just last year, expectations were sky high. But injuries have derailed his momentum. With a torn ACL that kept him out for the majority of the 2024 season, questions are now being asked internally about his long-term durability and value to the team. From a business standpoint, trading Diggs now would be a bold but not entirely illogical move. The Cowboys could look to flip him for a high draft pick or use him as a key asset in a blockbuster trade that brings in elite talent on offense, perhaps even someone like a top-tier wide receiver or defensive end. And let's be honest, when it comes to Jerry Jones and the Cowboys front office, we've seen crazier moves before. The team has shown time and again that no player, no matter how popular or productive, is untouchable if the right deal is on the table. League insiders suggest that several teams have already reached out to inquire about Diggs' availability. Teams like the New England Patriots, Detroit Lions, and even the Pittsburgh Steelers are said to be monitoring the situation closely. What makes Diggs so attractive to these teams is his proven ability to change games with his interceptions and pass deflections. He's a playmaker, no doubt about it, and while his gambling style can sometimes give up big plays, he's the kind of player who can flip momentum in a heartbeat. Of course, trading Diggs would be a controversial move among Cowboys fans. Many still remember his 2021 season where he led the NFL with 11 interceptions. But others point to the fact that Dallas has a budding superstar in Darren Bland, who stepped up in Diggs' absence and even broke an NFL record for most pick-sixes in a single season. Bland's emergence gives the Cowboys some flexibility in the secondary, and that could be influencing the front office's willingness to at least entertain the idea of a Diggs trade. It's a classic case of buy low, sell high, or in this case, sell while you can still get a premium return. Now let's pivot to another part of this off-season saga: the rumors that the Cowboys might be pursuing Nick Chubb in free agency. This is a rumor that has Cowboys fans buzzing with excitement, and for good reason. Nick Chubb is an elite talent at the running back position. When healthy, he's one of the most powerful and explosive runners in the entire league. With the Cowboys moving on from Tony Pollard and still trying to figure out what they truly have in guys like Rico Dowdle and Deuce Vaughn, bringing in someone like Chubb would be a monumental shift in offensive strategy. Chubb suffered a significant knee injury early in the 2023 season, which kept him sidelined for the better part of 2 years. But recent reports indicate that he's ahead of schedule in his rehab and could be ready to go by the start of the 2025 season. If that's the case, the Cowboys would be wise to make a move now while his market value is slightly deflated due to the injury concerns. Imagine a fully healthy Nick Chubb running behind that revamped Cowboys offensive line. You combine that with Dak Prescott or whoever ends up being the quarterback this year, and you suddenly have a potent rushing attack that can control the clock, wear down defenses, and open up the passing game. The idea of signing Chubb also speaks volumes about where the Cowboys might be heading philosophically. Mike McCarthy has stated multiple times that he wants to run the football more effectively and control the pace of games. Signing a bell cow back like Chubb would make that vision a reality. Not to mention, he's a locker room leader, a professional in every sense, and someone who brings a quiet toughness that would fit perfectly in the Cowboys culture. But let's not forget the money. Chubb won't come cheap, even with the injury discount. If the Cowboys do decide to go after him, it would mean making some tough cap decisions elsewhere. Perhaps that's why the Diggs trade rumors have surfaced now. It could be part of a larger salary cap strategy to make room for a guy like Chubb. Trading Diggs would free up significant cap space, which could then be used to lure Chubb to Dallas on a multi-year deal with built-in incentives to protect the team in case of re-injury. And then there's Kendall Fuller, the veteran cornerback who quietly continues to play at a high level year in and year out. He's another name being linked to the Cowboys in free agency, and for good reason. If the Cowboys do trade Diggs, they'll need a reliable, experienced cornerback to step in and stabilize the secondary. Fuller fits that bill perfectly. At 29 years old, he's still got plenty of good football left in him, and his versatility makes him an asset. He can play outside or slide into the slot, giving Dan Quinn or whoever ends up calling the defense a valuable chess piece to work with. Fuller has spent the last few years with the Washington Commanders, and despite being on a struggling team, he's consistently graded out as one of the better cover corners in the league. He brings veteran savvy, excellent technique, and a calm demeanor that could help mentor younger players like Bland and Israel Mukumu. Signing Fuller wouldn't be a flashy move, but it would be a smart one. And in this league, smart wins games just as much as star power. What makes this all so fascinating is the potential domino effect. Trading Diggs, signing Chubb, and adding Fuller are all individual moves that make sense on their own, but when you look at the big picture, it starts to look like the Cowboys are preparing to reshape their identity in a big way. They're looking to get tougher, more balanced, and more adaptable. They want to be able to win games in the trenches, grind out tough drives, and make key defensive stops when it matters most. And let's not overlook the leadership factor. Chubb and Fuller are both known for being high-character guys. Bringing in veteran leaders could go a long way in changing the locker room dynamics, especially with guys like Micah Parsons and CeeDee Lamb now stepping into even larger leadership roles themselves. It's all about creating a winning culture, one that's sustainable and not just built around splash plays and headlines. Now, of course, all of this is still speculation at this point. Nothing is set in stone. But where there's smoke, there's often fire. The Cowboys have been too quiet for too long this offseason, and that usually means something big is coming. Jerry Jones didn't build this franchise on half measures. He's always been a swing for the fences kind of guy, and moves like these trading Diggs, signing Chubb, and adding Fuller are exactly the kind of bold strokes that could define the next chapter of Cowboys football. The front office has a lot to consider. Will they take the risk of trading away a fan-favorite cornerback who, when healthy, is one of the best in the game? Will they roll the dice on Nick Chubb's knee and hope he returns to form? Will they value experience over youth and bring in someone like Kendall Fuller to shore up the secondary? These are the kind of high-stakes decisions that separate contenders from pretenders. And right now, the Cowboys are walking that fine line. But let's be real, Cowboys fans are tired of almost. They're tired of early playoff exits and regular season hype that doesn't translate into postseason success. They want a team that's built to win now. These rumored moves might just be the first steps in making that happen. Whether you're in favor of the Diggs trade or not, there's no denying that Dallas needs to make bold moves if they want to finally get over that championship hump. We'll be keeping a close eye on all the developments, and as always, you'll hear it here first. Cowboys Nation, let us know in the comments, do you think trading Trevon Diggs is the right move? Would you be excited to see Nick Chubb in a Cowboys uniform? And how do you feel about Kendall Fuller stepping in as a veteran presence in the secondary? The offseason is just getting started, and the Cowboys might be setting the stage for something unforgettable. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss a single update. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.